Wanadhani asibongo lala.
Tumejamu sijifanye uja notice.
Wanadhani asibongo lala.
Tumejamu sijifanye uja notice.
Wambie punde imechoka sana.
Tumejamu sijifanye uja notice.
Wambie punde imechoka sana.
Tumejamu sijifanye uja notice.
Get ready, get ready, get ready, get ready, get ready, get ready, get ready.
This is for John Kiarie and John Kiarie only. What you guys did in Ridiculous was monumental. No one has ever done that and will ever do whatever you guys did at the time you guys did it. The things you guys did was magical. And the fucked up part is that John Kiarie's kids will never see the magic that you guys did. Because right now, who you are right now is not the same fucking person. You stood over oppression like no one's business. You called out fucking Moi, man. Now look at you. Just like that. You took out one of the biggest peaks you've ever done. Now it doesn't matter. Imagine. One of the biggest monumental things you've ever done doesn't matter because of your own stupid greed.
Kenyans, I have a very important information for you. And this is what even other political parties are not telling you. And these shenanigans of Kasmuel Makaore and Morara Kebaso having consultative meeting, this is just a joke. Kenyans, do you know there is what we call political parties fund, established under Section 23 or I think Section 24 of Political Parties Act. So this money is allocated annually to political parties. In the past financial year, UDA has received close to 360 million. ODM, they have received around 160 million. Jubilee, they've received around 30 million. So this money is allocated to political parties depending on the representation you are going to have in the parliament. They say at least 20 members of parliament, around 46 members of county assembly, 3 senators, 3 governors. This money, this financial year, UDA is going to receive, I think, 556 million Kenya shillings. ODM will receive 298, Jubilee will receive 130, and DAP, K, will receive around 60 million Kenya shillings. So I'm just urging young people, hii mambo ya consultative meeting and aiming, and hii mambo ya tisijui kina Morara na Kasmuel, munataka kuleta mchezo wa town, it should end. This money, when it is allocated, ni hawa wanasiasa ndo wanapata. This fund, munaona hizi pesa zikiallocatiwa ni hawa wanasiasa ndo wanapata. And maybe this is the money when we come together as young people and we vote. Because the allocation of the fund, it says it should be 0.3% of the national revenues collected by the national government. This is the money that we can use to empower young people. This is the money we can use to empower even upcoming leaders and even to shift our political parties from just a patronage point of view to a more ideological and more administrative point of view. So hii mambo munakaa hapa munasema sijui consultative meeting Maliba sijui youths are going to come together. No. If Genz, those people who really inspired the 2024 protest should come together, maybe we form one political party. Then even if we are not going to be successful, I'm just saying, maybe in removing the president, we can have a credible representation, a credible funding of our activities, and even active citizen participation in issues that is affecting us. Wakenya, I'm just urging you, go and check the crazy amount of money these political parties are receiving. And this is the money the registrar of political parties, Anne Nderitu, who just is the nominee of IBC now, just told us also. You can go and check on their website on political parties fund. Yeah. This is free money they are receiving, and we are not seeing anything that is being done to this political parties fund. Kwa hivyo Wakenya, mimi nawaambia kila siku tuzidi kumakinika. When you are seeing these hooligans in the name of UDA, ODM, Jubilee coming together in the name of consultative meetings and they are trying to lure these young people, they are not targeting anything. They are just targeting this fund. And the moment as young people, our aim will be the National Assembly. We get a good representation and maybe we get a good numbers when it comes to MPs and when it comes to the aspect of MCAs and the governors and the senators, then we can have a good hold, even post and pre-election processes. This is the money that is meant to work for us. So hii mambo mnasikia hapa sijui political parties, they are not being, these political parties are not really working on the pockets of the politicians. This money is purely working on the pockets and the the fund that are established under the act that I've just told you. Wakenya tukimakinika and we know how our money is going to be used, then hii maneno ya kusema political parties will just end. I'm telling you, Gen Zs and even millennials and anyone who is interested in this political party processes will become so powerful, because this is a fund that is given to us by the Constitution of Kenya, not anybody else. Hizi pesa unaweza sema mtu anakuja kukutolea kama charity ama donation. So Wakenya, kwa mara nyingine tena, naomba tumakinike.
I remember when I started politics, I made so many mistakes. I learned and learned, sided with the wrong political crowd. There was even a time I withdrew from politics because of what I went through. It's quite a lot because you have to balance so many things and you don't want to make any mistakes. The only difference with my scenario and the scenario of what we're seeing with this youthful formation of the Akina Morara, Kasmuel, Enzo Mbudhe, who is a very proactive young woman in politics, is that they have the full glare of social media criticizing and tearing them down, which is so sad because young people do make mistakes, and that is the order of life. Because even the older generation that is in politics makes mistakes all the time, some even worse than what young people do. And so if you don't agree with what they are doing, leave them, because you would not do any better. And if you would, throw yourself in the ring and let us see you do better. So you're busy tearing, and we're not seeing so many young people wakijitokeza. So kama huwezi jitokeza, wewe una point finger kama nani shuadi. Jingisha hapo ndani tuone basi.
You see, we just wanted a reliable government. You did not need to be perfect. Just reliability. Tunajua, wow, the health sector is on point. There isn't so rampant corruption that it makes the economy look like it's failing. For the people I pray for every day are the people who are running personal businesses. Hizi biashara ndogo ndogo. Yo. That is by the grace of Allah that those businesses are running. Hakuna do completely. And this, I'm telling you this from people who I know have businesses. Na wanakukolo wanakuambia, you do talk a lot of sense, but specify on the economy. The economy isn't economizing. Hata Moses Kuria juzi amesema, the economy is not okay. Lakini, mtu anaenda kusimama huko, anarushiwa mpaka kiatu, juu ya uongo yenye anataka kusema. Or whatever happened.
So wanabunge, you are the ones to tell us what we are to do. Because my script ni kusema hivi. Kwa sababu hiyo mkopo haiko kwa sheria ya Kenya. Iko hapa? Haiko. Haikuingia Central Bank of Kenya. Katiba inasema ingie Central Bank of Kenya. Controller wa budget haku approve its expenditure. Kwa sababu katiba inasema any expenditure according to the budget must be approved by the controller of budget. Hakuweka sahihi. Auditor General hawezi kuaudit pesa ambao haikuingia Central Bank. Na ili mjue vile walifanya, in 2014 March walipeleka sheria to usurp the Constitution of Kenya. Wakapeleka sheria to make sure mambo ya deni does not enter the account of government, Central Bank, and they adjusted statute law, ile Public Finance Management Act, contrary to the Constitution of Kenya, which says all money shall enter the Central Bank of Kenya check account. They created a small kalo there. Duale alipeleka hiyo mswada kwa bunge in March 2014. Na rafiki yangu John Bandi as minority leader alisecond hiyo motion ya kusema money does not need to come to Central Bank. Inaweza people anywhere in the world. You can go to anybody, even a financing agent, even sijui nani. Okay, Hiyo ni wizi ama si wizi? So we are saying what did not come through lawfully, ni sisi kweli tulipe? Must we suffer for it?
As we believe that those who aspire for leadership should be discussing how to liberate this country economically.
Okay.
How do you change the lives of our people? Because of what need is it if I'm going to discuss with someone about forming a coalition? And yet, they were part of the odious debt that is strangling this nation. Will they agree to us declaring this debt odious and saying we are not going to pay any debt that was taken illegally, that didn't fund any single project in Kenya? Will they agree to such a conversation? They will not. So let them do their thing. We will market ourselves to the people of Kenya. Our house is self-contained. We have our president candidate, Jimmy Wanjigi, and I'm here, running mate, Willis Otieno. So what are we negotiating with them?
So for you don't even have to think about who is the flag bearer, who is the...
Our house
running mate.
is
Your house is
self-contained.
settled.
It's settled, it's self-contained. We are talking to the people, and we are doing enough that the people will see in the fullness of time. We don't have to react to what other people are doing. Let them also do their game. We are also doing our own game. Safina Party is purely about economic liberation of the nation. Let every campaign define what they represent. Because as we believe, the space that we occupy, it's about the economic emancipation of our people. It's not about positions for individuals. You saw ODM as some of them shouting loud that now they want to be given positions in William Ruto administration. That is their right. They can go and get those positions. Because then they believe that leadership is about positions for individuals. We are not in that space. And we cannot caucus with anybody who is discussing leadership of this nation on the basis of positions to individuals. We have a running president and his running mate. We have an agenda. Our agenda is about economic liberation of the people of Kenya. And we invite Kenyans to get into this economic discussion space. Because of what value is it that if Mbadi is on the table, all laws are full. If Oparanya is on the table, all lawyers are full. That's the politics that they know. That William Ruto eats for all Kalenjins. That is what the traditional politicians know. As we are not in that space, as we believe everybody should be rich, the government should come up with policies that enables the individual, wherever he is, to be able to get economic emancipation. But when Badi is sitting there and they are taking illegal loans in the name of the people of Kenya, how does that enrich the poor Luo man in Sindo Beach, in Omabe? What it means is that now Mbadi must also come up, after taking that loan, he will come up with a new finance bill that increases the taxes, charges, and levies. For that poor man in Sindo, that man who is crying about economic pain, they are going to ask him to pay more in taxes.
But Mbadi said that is not the case this time.
Write it down. The finance bill is coming soon. They are going to increase taxes, charges, and levies. It is coming. Write it down. That I swear. They are going to increase your taxes, charges, and levies, whether you like it or not. But he can say all he wants to say. But your taxes are going up. But your earning has not increased.
Is it a must that the government has to come up with another finance bill?
But they have to finance their budget. How will they finance it? Already they have told you that their budget for this coming financial year is going to be 4.7 trillion. Yeah. So how will they finance it? Their collections today, on average, on revenue, you are averaging 160 billion per month. Your collections are barely hitting 2.1 trillion. Your debt finance for this year was going to be 1.9 trillion. Next year, your debt payment is at 2.1 trillion. You have a budget of 4.7 trillion. So tell me, how will you finance it without raising taxes? Because it's financed from people's money. So they have to come back to you and ask you to collect, to pay. Yeah.
Range Rover,
$430,000.
$180,000. Lexus LX 600,
$300,000.
$150,000. LC 300,
$200,000.
$100,000. Toyota Fortuner,
$80,000.
$35,000. Prado 250,
$130,000.
$65,000.
I am the president of Kenya, but the president doesn't hold up.
Finish him.
Kenyans, hawa ndio wakombozi. Same old monkeys, baboons, gorillas, different forests.
Mama yangu, game over.
Barua toka Jaramogi na Kenyatta wanauliza kama Kenya
na vitu zina happen in country ikifika 2027 na uko 18 plus tukupate bila kura. Ai, utatuambia unaishi wapi? Utatuambia unataka nani apeleke Ruto nyumbani?
So guys, kitu must go hajui, sasa tumechangamka. Tunangoja finance bill. Tutokea 1 year anniversary. 1 year. Anza kutafuta bendera na firimbi kwenye ulieka. Tafungua store. Because, get ready. Tumechangamka. Tushapiga pre-game.
Kiongozi wa Kenya kwanza ni nani? Ni Ruto. Kwa hivyo shetani katika hii Kenya ni nani? Ni Ruto. Na ueleze mpaka mjilani yako, ueleze mtoto wako, ueleze mtuku wako aelewe kwamba shetani wa Kenya ni nani? Ni Ruto. Kwa hivyo kila siku asubuhi ukiamka unasema ashindwe.
Huyu Ruto mumwambie tumechoka naye. Kama inatakana tubadilishe katiba ni kupunguza miaka ya Ruto, sio kuongeza atifike 7. We cannot wait to get an opportunity kutuma huu mtu nyumbani kwa sababu kazi imemshinda. Ruto tunataka kwanza kupunguza term yake. Kama ingewezekana hii mwaka ingeisha kama huyu mtu amekaa kwa kiti. Aende nyumbani, kazi imemshinda.
You like me, why them a fight me? You like me, chewing a bomb with a bite.
TJ, bomb them, never stop.
We don't trust them, even if we bust them. We don't trust them, stay far, not touch them. We don't trust them, hope your man not sub them. Informer, me say you must them.